Welcome to It's a Grand Life, where our mission is to be a voice for grand families and kinship caregivers everywhere. Did you know that in the United States alone, there are 2.3 million grandparents raising their grandchildren? 2.3 million. It's a Grand Life is committed to making a difference for those kids. That's why we have the podcast, a Facebook group, and the Grand Fund. The Grand Fund, which is a 501c3 which was launched in June of 2024, provides financial assistance to grand families, including shelter, food, clothing, and household needs. Grand families are in every neighborhood, in every city, every tribe, and territory nationwide. If this is you or someone you love, we're here for you, and we welcome you to join us on this mission. Our goal is to offer hope and resources to help you. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us wherever you get your podcasts and leave a review. You can also join our Facebook group. Just search for it under It's a Grand Life. And your reviews, comments, and sharing of our podcasts help us reach others that need assistance. Welcome to another episode of It's a Grand Life. Hello, my name is Craig Nash. I'd like to welcome you to another It's a Grand Life. And today we're going to take a little ride to Kansas. We're going to go to the wonderful state of Kansas. We're going to hear what's happening in the Grand Family Arena. Our guest today is Beth Patton, and she is the executive director or founder and president of grandfamiliesrising.org. And Beth, we just want to welcome you to It's a Grand Life here, and love seeing you on the Generations United calls and Zoom calls and what have you, and everything that's going on there. And I love your background as a social worker. So tell us a little bit about your background, how you became a grand family, and how did the Grand Family Rising start?
Okay, so I actually taught special education for 17 years. And so I have a behavioral health piece background. I got my master's in social work. I've done both education and actually was a clinician as well, and then went into medical social work. So I've had my foot steeped in some of that longer than others. I ended up, so I have one daughter, and she had an accident where she was put on a pain management program, and then you can probably just tell where that went. So I have 3 grandchildren, and they were 3 hours from here, and so was I. What happened was in 2014, my dad got ill with Lewy body dementia, and so I decided to move back home, which is here, this area, to help my mom with him. 3 months after, actually when it was 2 months after I moved in with them, I got a phone call from DCF, which is child welfare.
Okay.
And so my daughter said, they took my kids, will you take them? So I'm living with my dad who has dementia and my mom. And then I get an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 4-month-old.
Oh.
Overnight. And it literally was overnight. So a year, I did kinship. So a year to the day, actually, despite my attempts and education at saying things weren't occurring as to the case plan, right?
Right.
They decided that they knew better, and so they did go back. That's where the trauma started. Well, because I was actually told to leave it alone or they would take them. So, by an attorney and the judge. So I let them go back. 3 years fast forward later, I knew things were worsening. She had, people weren't giving her the medication anymore. So she started morphing and other things. So I was still down here. I was teaching. I filed a private case. So I got an attorney 3 hours from here, got the kids. It wasn't as easy as it sounds. It was actually very traumatic. Back and forth. Anyway, one of them, it was around COVID. Okay. So what happened was one of them ended up in a because of trauma that had occurred that I was not aware of. She ended up in a PRTF, well, actually acute psychiatric hospitals several times, and then a psychiatric residential treatment facility.
Wow. Okay.
So it's where they go and they stay longer.
Right.
Well, 3 months later, I couldn't get her out because of COVID reasons.
Wow.
Then it became she couldn't come home because we couldn't get any mental health assistance. And that was not okay with me. So we'll just say I used my experience with systems and then my loud mouth, and went up the chain, filed a civil rights case. I ended up getting her back, and they ended up giving us supports, but she was in there for 9 months.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, because of not having the resources, and the judge was 3 hours from here in a metro area, she said, I don't know what they're doing. We're not doing. She knows what they're not doing. So we ended up going in the back door and put them into DCF care.
Okay.
With adoption assistance only as the goal. And they stay with me. I mean, that was a direct order from the judge.
That's fantastic.
She invited DCF and they didn't even know, oh, yeah, you need to come to this hearing. So they weren't very happy because I was working for DCF at the time. So, as in a different role.
Right. A clinician or
They wouldn't help. They wouldn't help. I mean, like I reached up. Oh, we don't know. We don't know. So anyway, okay, well, then we'll put him in care. So that's kind of how that went. I adopted him. It took another year, but the adoption was final. Now they are 11, 18, and 19.
11, 18, and 19. Wow. Time flew. Yeah.
And it has been the wildest ride. There is a reason why God does not let you look in the windshield. He gives you the rearview mirror, because if I would have seen the windshield, I mean, I love them, but I'm telling you, I may be making light of it, but it's because it was so bad. I mean, just failures after failures of systems.
Yes.
That
is, people don't realize all the hoops you have to go through sometimes. I remember having a court hearing to get the guardianship approved for our 12-year-old granddaughter. And our attorney came in with all this redness around her eyes. And we think she drank too much the night before or something and spent too much time in front of a heat lamp or something. But she almost didn't make it to the hearing. And we were afraid that our granddaughter was going to end up in the system, and we didn't want that at all. But people don't realize the hoops we go through. And then once we have them, the real fun begins.
That's a whole nother. So the reason I started was the reason I started the advocacy piece or the website actually is all about fear, connection, and purpose. So fear is a big motivator. It can motivate for good, but it leaves you not knowing what to do. And I know that even with my knowledge, that there were times that I was at a very low spot many, many times. And I have a great family and I love them, but it's different. It's a different beast. Having your grandkids, oh, they're safe. Well, yeah, they're safe. But they're going through trauma from birth to 18. And there are many systems all the way through.
Yes.
So in that, I would say, I mean, I've had to fight for a 504 plan. We have a civil rights case open for that because I finally got it. It took 2 years for both of them. Mental health supports, juvenile justice is the worst. They're great here. We have great cops. I love my cops, okay? Because they were very helpful, but their hands are tied.
100%.
They don't have, and then they're like, I don't know what to do. So I'm like, how can I help this? How, I still have the 11-year-old, the 18 and 19 they're in they're in an apartment.
Okay.
But I'm trying to, support as well as I can, but.
Yes, and they're grown, right?
Right. So, I'm thinking, what can I do? Because if it happened to me, I know what's happening to other people, right?
100%. And they don't have your background, and
And
they're clueless.
so I designed the website, and I thought every time I would look for something, someone would go, "Oh, go to this website." You go to the website, and it points you somewhere else, right? Then you go over there, and then I do have ADD, so I was like, I don't know where did I start, and where the ending wasn't what I thought it was going to be, or I didn't meet criteria, or I made too much money. So I thought, why not put it all in one spot? Because it depends on how you have the child. So I have little doors on my website. You click on which one. It says you can get money. Here's how. You can't get money. Sorry, wrong door, but you went through it. And then it has other links. How do you get mental health? How do you do an IEP? How do you do a 504? So it just has different things on there, but it's all one place.
And do your visitors find that very helpful, I would imagine?
I've had several people say it took me months, years, and I just go here and it's right there. So hopefully my main goal, though, is getting it out, because as you know, the ones who are not in the system are the ones who don't have the support, right?
100%. Yeah.
So how do you find them? Because the census does not find them.
No.
I mean, it'll say so many grandparents, but you can't locate them. And I'm telling you, I hide. So.
Well, I think a lot of us want to stay under the radar. I mean, we don't.
A lot of us hide. So if people knew, what I want to do is there is a little survey on there. You just say what area, what county. All 105 counties are on there. If I get enough people to go on there, it will map it for me so that I know, okay, there's 100 families in this Northeast region.
Right.
What's available? Make a Northeast region page. Here's some community-based stuff. Here's some faith-based stuff here, so that it targets where you can get what is available. I know there's not a lot, but we got to work with what we got.
Right.
So that's my goal.
That's absolutely great. And so the whole state of Kansas ideally could be mapped out if you get enough visitors to grandfamiliesrising.org.
Right. And at least they don't have to, there is a contact I've had someone email me, and there's drop downs on what do you need assistance with. And I said, I'm only one person. This is not a business, so I'll do it as I can, but you don't have to provide that. So in the survey, it's just, where are you? What do you struggle with? That type of thing.
Perfect.
Get some stats and all that. So
that is so clever and so cool, really. I mean, it's you would think that the folks at the DCF level or someone in state government would have put this together, but they haven't. And you've done it.
I have sent it to all of the foster care agencies, all of the school districts. Now, all of the school districts, the head of the Department of Ed, I know who that is. So he sent it to all the counselors. All the superintendents have it. All of the court. I'm only 6 out of the 31 courts.
Wow.
Some of them are giving them to judges. And then my next one is going to be police departments. So, because they're there.
Right.
I just don't know where. So,
well, I'm getting the feeling, Beth Patton, that the state of Kansas is pretty spread out, right? Is that?
We're pretty rural.
Pretty rural, and so when you say you're 3 hours away, that that you may have to commute to even see some of your patients. I would imagine you're in the car quite a bit, but so that's normal for the state of Kansas. But what you're trying to do is pull everybody together with this outstanding website, and When you went to get your master's in social work, were you ever thinking you were going to put a website together for grand families?
No, no. I thought I was going to be a therapist, and get
Yep.
my clinical, and then I was going to do private practice. And no,
And
no.
right off into the sunset, life was going to be absolutely great, problem free.
Right. So
And
now
then,
it's all about connecting. I even the other night, I even went on there's a Facebook group I'm with. We're going to be on the Today Show. I forgot to tell
outstanding.
you that part.
And
It's for nationwide change.
I
But I
love
went in there and I just said, "Hey, I'm having a crappy day." All this and just the responses, the connection made me feel better. Because yeah, I mean, maybe I was feeling sorry for myself. I don't know. Uh, and so that connection is what I want to replicate, but more Kansas. Hey, reach out to someone, maybe I've tried something you could do. Maybe you have something that I can do. But I
love
think
that.
more of the connection is what's going to help raise these kids and have less trauma, learn how to deal with them, um, and then not end up having health issues.
100%. Well,
Which I'm getting there.
that's why we started the podcast, because we wanted to connect all the grand families, kinship caregivers, even foster families across the country, because we weren't connected. And then you and I are both part of this group called Generations United, and they're trying to get all of the grand families and the kinship care families connected across the country. And they say there's 2.3 million of us according to the latest statistics, but from talking to you and from my own knowledge, I wonder if everybody's reporting. There may be actually a lot more than that.
Right.
Because in some states, it's hard to get any support. So if you're not getting support, why would you sign up? Why would you?
Right.
Right. So,
or if I make too much, I mean, like, I'm not even going to apply.
yeah, if you make too much, right. And you make too much. Now, we're not talking about $1 million a year here. We're talking about,
We're talking about the basic Social Security pension.
basic social, right.
And it kicks you out. I mean,
right.
I will tell you that legislators here, the ones that we spoke to, did not know that. So we're trying to, through someone that's also a grand,
Outstanding.
helping me and some other grandparents to work with legislators on doing a pilot program similar to other, but they didn't know because I put a table. I'm like a teacher, so I had to do a table. And I did a table of here's DCF care, here's out of custody, here's food stamps, here's what kicks you out. And I said, basic Social Security. One person, not two, one person is going to kick you out of the ballpark on everything. And Medicaid is the biggest one.
Right.
Then you have Medicare. We can't put a kid on Medicare.
No.
And you can't now put them on the plan Obamacare because you can't afford it.
Right.
So what do you do?
Well, that's
and
a huge.
There's not an answer for that one yet.
No, not. I hope they figure that out in Washington, because people need health insurance. They absolutely do. But costs are skyrocketing. There's just no doubt about it.
Right.
And I think a lot
kids are on. I mean, a lot of the kids are on medications. They have therapy. I mean, the stay at the hospital alone would have been $500,000 for 90 days. 9 months.
Wow. Yeah, that's a long time.
So I mean, you're looking $1,000 to $2,000 a day.
Yeah,
I couldn't afford that. I'd be living in a box.
Oh, absolutely not. You couldn't afford it. And that would push you into bankruptcy or whatever. I mean, that's just the real world. But Gail Patton, that's why you became such an advocate. You want everybody to know what's working, what's not working, and how they can get the information they need. And in our closing minutes here, what do you want our listeners to know about where the information is that they need if they have questions regarding getting some sort of support for their grand families?
Just go on the website. On the very first page at the bottom, there's a contact link. Fill it out, do the drop down. I mean, I can respond and tell you where. There's also a menu bar at the top that gives you all the different areas. shoot me an email on the contact information. I'll answer it. It may take me a day or two, but I'm willing to help. But the number one thing is reach out to someone.
Right.
Do the research. You're not the only one this has happened to. And that's always my mantra. Someone is happy, I may be unique, but I'm not the only unique person.
Right. Well, you're doing a heck of a job. And when you posted the listing that your Facebook page was done, I thought that was just, your website was done. I thought that was absolutely great. I knew we'd have to talk, and I hope you'll come on a lot and tell us what's going on from an advocacy standpoint, from a clinical standpoint, because we don't have a lot of grandparents who are raising their grands that have the clinical background that you do. And I know next time we're going to talk about some developments in the Medicare world that's going to really kind of blow folks' mind in an incredible way, because it's amazing that support's going to be available for grand families, and you'll just have to wait, friends, till Beth Patton comes on again and shares what's going on, because it's going to absolutely bless you. That'll be your New Year's gift. What's happening in Medicare. But thank you so much for being our guest today. It's been just such an absolute delight getting to know you a little more. And let's try and get back together in January, if that's okay, to talk about these new developments with Medicare. But keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for being an advocate for us, and just so great to have a representative from the great state of Kansas. And we look forward to seeing you in the new year. Thank you for joining us today for It's a Grand Life. It's a Grand Life provides vital content, regulatory updates, and subject matter experts that are committed to supporting the 2.4 million kids and their caregivers from every neighborhood, every city, every tribe and territory nationwide. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts and leave a review. Every new subscriber and review helps us reach others that need assistance. As caregivers, we are united in purpose. We are driven by hope while providing strength for today and hope for tomorrow. We are truly making a difference while living the grand life. If you have a suggestion for a future episode, please reach out to us. But we'll see you next time for another It's a Grand Life. Thank you for joining us.